Now, I'll tell you something. You know what really grinds my gears? And no, it's not Chris Pratt playing Mario, even though he has the energy of a walnut. It's something much simpler than that. Annoying stuff in COD Zombies. Because we know the game mode's completely full of stuff that is very, very annoying. As much as I love it, we can both agree. There has been something in a map, in a game, some sort of mechanic or gimmick that just isn't fun and is super annoying. So today, we're going to have a look at some of the most annoying things in COD Zombies. Or at least what people think on the Call of Duty Zombies subreddit. Reddit, I know, it's fun. Such a wholesome place where people can share their opinions and not be criticized. So that's why we're going to read a few of them, and I'll share a few things that I find super annoying. So hold on to your butts and let's just get right into it. For me, it's when you're playing Die Rise and you're on the top floor and you hop onto the elevator thinking it will go down, and then it goes up and you get crushed and die. Now, to an unaware player, this is a very, very annoying thing that can happen to you, but you can actually tell when the elevators are going up and down by looking at the arrows that are above the elevator shafts. So sure, that is annoying, but if you know how the elevators work, you can avoid it altogether. Any Easter egg that requires co-op to complete, the worst decision made by Treyarch back in the day, 100%. Now, this is true. It takes away a lot of replay value from a solo player like myself. So I can definitely see how this can be a very annoying thing to happen. And I mean, yeah, it just takes away that replay value. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't break the game or anything. It's just that you can't 100% the game by yourself. And I guess it adds in that layer of having to work with other people, which can be fun and create like memories of your friends and stuff. But 100%, if every Easter egg had a solo version of itself, then that would be pretty cool. Dashboarders and people who leave immediately after going down. Yes, this is one of the worst things that can happen in a co-op game of COD Zombies. Doesn't happen with your friends as much as it probably should, but in co-op, at least when you're playing with randoms, for some reason transit comes to mind when I think of this scenario. When someone goes down and they bleed out, or even if they just go down and, you know, lose their perks, a lot of the time they'll just leave, because at that point they're like, okay, that's the game over. You guys might all be alive with perks and stuff, but I've gone down and I'm almost bled out, so I might as well just leave now. A very weak mindset, if you ask me. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it till the last second. I'm training with no perks, no guns, with an M1911 on round 25, because I'm here to the bittersweet end, baby. And people that dashboard and then people that leave once they go down, again, just a weak mindset. Having to do stuff with a zombie chasing you, 100% one of the most annoying things ever. I hate having tried to do an Easter egg step, especially on Black Ops 4, and the zombie's just chasing me. There's some maps that make mechanics to help this, like Zetsubo with a plant that holds a spider, or Leroy that holds a zombie, literally. So they have tried to counter the issue before, but it happens a lot more often than not, and there should be more ways implemented for zombies to kind of get out of the way when you're trying to do stuff. I know it's a zombies game mode. I know that they're there to be a threat. But when you're trying to play Simon Says or Samantha Says or whatever, and a zombie's like trying to slap you about, it's not the most fun experience. Not because it's challenging, but because you're trying to press buttons and coordinate stuff while there's something hitting you. Just not that fun. So I can 100% get behind this. Okay, I think there's a few spelling errors in this one, but I'm going to try to translate it. The most annoying thing in the community is that it judges things off of others, and within seconds, rather than forming their own opinion, a lot of the community just sits in this toxic waste pool of hatred and expect everyone else to follow suit. This is actually a very valid thing to hate about COD Zombies, and it is very annoying because it is somewhat true. I'm not speaking for the whole community, because obviously there's people that can make up their own opinions, but it seems like for the longest time, if a bigger content creator or just anyone has an opinion about COD Zombies, that a lot of people will listen to them and just follow suit without trying it out for themselves. An example for this is, well, a lot of people say that Beast from Beyond is a really bad map, right? But out of all the people that say it's awful, who's actually played it? Don't get me wrong, the map isn't that great, and it doesn't really have that much to offer, but if you're just going to copy what someone else says, it's just a giant echo chamber. So I don't know, something about taking an opinion and just rolling with it without trying it for yourself rubs me the wrong way. That's just me, foe. And I'm sure we're all guilty of doing this at some point in our lives. To finish things off, we have a massive list that we're going to quickly run through. Then I'll give up one thing I hate about COD Zombies. So, Excavator, George, Templars, Mud Origins, Area 51 Perk Machine, Dying While Drinking Jug, the fucking bucket chores on Zetsubo, Trasher, Origins Round 7 Panzer, Transit Pack Punch, Denizens, Hacker, Rituals, Crawlers, Deaths, and Despawns in BO2 onwards. A pretty valid list. Before we get on to something that I hate about COD Zombies and think's very annoying, remember to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and join the Cosmic Clan, because that's what we're called here, but I'm probably never going to call us that again. So, drum roll please. Something I find really annoying in COD Zombies is Alpha Omega. That's it. It's Alpha Omega. Goodbye.